तो लास्ट लेक्चर में हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि जो भी मोनोसेक्राइड्स हैं, लेट अस अज्यूम ग्लूकोज और फ्रक्टोज, वो स्ट्रेट चेन में बहुत कम एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, लाइक लेस देन इवन 1%। सॉल्यूशन में जो स्ट्रेट चेन फॉर्म होती है मोनोसेक्राइड्स की, वो लेस देन 1% होती है। अराउंड 1/3 इज अल्फा फॉर्म एंड 2/3 इज बीटा फॉर्म, जो ये पायरेनो स्ट्रक्चर्स फॉर्म करते हैं। पायरेन इज लाइक अ 5 कार्बन चेन कार्बन. It is a ring consisting of 5 carbons, and we will place the glucose structure in analogy with pyrite, forming the Haworth projection. In this type of structure, we do not represent carbon with like C. We will place the carbons and like join the hydrogen or the hydroxyl groups based on their position either below or above the plate. So last reaction that we were discussing was, this is aldehyde group. It reacts with alcohol. This bond goes here. If this bond goes here, this oxygen accumulates the negative charge. If the oxygen is consisting of negative charge, the carbon will consist of positive charge. These are partial charges, not complete charges. Similarly, here hydrogen will consist of positive charge and oxygen will consist of negative charge. So the positive will go to negative and negative will go to positive. The structure will be of this type, forming RCO and this H. This H was there and this OR will be connected to this carbon. Is it clear? This is hemiacetal form. I was reminding this particular reaction was present in our 12th class. ये हमने वहां पर भी particularly पढ़ा था. तो इसके बाद भी वो रिएक्ट कर सकता है एक बार और अल्कोहल के साथ टू फॉर्म एसिटल, बट जो हमारे यूज का है वो क्या है, हेमी एसिटल फॉर्म, क्योंकि ग्लूकोज विल रिएक्ट विद इट्स ओन हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप टू फॉर्म अ हेमी एसिटल फॉर्म. इज इट फाइन? Let me draw the structure. This oxygen here, it will attack on the carbonyl group. This is first carbon and this is fifth carbon, and somehow this will form a ring like structure that is further represented with pyrene form to its analogy, and it can occur in two forms, either the alpha form or the beta form. So in different books, the definition of alpha and beta are different. First, let me draw the structures. सब कुछ सेम रहेगा बट डिफरेंस किस चीज का है, दिस थिंग. See, in some books, there is the definition beta form of, like what the structure is. This is glucopyranose. This is beta D glucopyranose. According to some books, it says that beta is that particular configuration in which the hydroxyl group lies same to the CH2OH group of the sixth carbon. This is the first definition which says same, and another book says that it lies above the plane. Similarly, in alpha form, some says that hydroxyl group is opposite to CH2OH group, or some says down the plane. Is it clear about alpha and beta D glucopyranose? Okay. There are two definitions in like Stryer. It says the hydroxyl group lies to the same position as to the CH2OH group, that is the sixth carbon. It says the same position for the beta form, and for the alpha form, it says the opposite position to the CH2OH group. And in basic forms or in the basic books, they say beta is the position that lies above the plane and alpha is the position that lies down the plane. And for remembering, see the structure of beta. That means somehow OH lies upside. This is for learning only. Is it clear now? Similarly, this is for aldose sugars, means जिनके पास aldehyde group था. Now for those monosaccharides who consist of ketose sugar or the ketone group, there they have analogy with furan. There are no such conditions. As I told earlier, in solution, the concentrations are 1 by 3, 2 by 3, and some it is less than 1%. 1 by 3 is for alpha form, this is for beta form, and this is for straight chain. And they like lie in equilibrium. ये जो इनकी कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस होते हैं इक्विलिब्रियम में है, वो चेंज होती रहती है. आगे हम पढ़ेंगे म्यूटा रोटेशन भी समहाउ इनसे ही रिलेटेड है, वो आगे आएंगी चीजें. बट सॉल्यूशन में ऐसी कोई कंडीशंस नहीं होती, ये कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस इक्विलिब्रियम में रहती है. नाउ फॉर कीटोन sugars that consist of ketone group, similarly they will react with alcohols. They form hemiketal, that is this is hemiketal form, and they shows analogy to furan. This is furan. So fructose, straight chain formula for fructose is This is carbon 2, this is 1, 3, 5, and this is sixth carbon. Okay, tell me which form is this, alpha or beta? This is fructofuranose. But which form is this, either alpha or beta? Yes, right. This is beta form. See, this hydroxyl group. Just remember this structure. Means OH is present above the plane. This is beta D fructofuranose. Okay, there is an important thing. This, I said ketos, they exist in furanose form. This is true, but fructose, it is also present in pyranose form too, and furanose both. But in honey, it is present as pyranose form, and this is the sweetest chemical known. And the same chemical, if it exists in furanose form, it is not sweet. And this pyranose form, it is heat labile, means on heating it, this pyranose form is converted into furanose, and this application is exploited. This particular form, it is used only in the cold drinks, because if used in hot drinks, that particular sweet taste will be lost. Is it clear now? And this is kind of a subjective question too. Is it clear? Okay. Now in monosaccharides, furanose. This beta D fructopyranose, on heating, it will convert into beta D fructofuranose. Yes, yes. Now there are some monosaccharides that are present in our glycolysis. This point I have like discussed earlier too. The intermediates are glucose 6-phosphate, dihydroxyacetone phosphate, and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So what is the role of like phosphorylation of these monosaccharides? This phosphate, this is the phosphoric group that is particularly added to these monosaccharides, and this provides an additional work apart from the energy providing thing, that is, it gives monosaccharides negative charge, and because of this negative charge, these particularly monosaccharide intermediates, these are prevented from leaving the cell through lipid bilayer. These two are very important points. Is it clear? Glycolysis is a 10-step reaction, and even before like the organism shift to either एरोबिक और एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन ग्लाइकोलिसिस सब में होते हैं. तो जो ग्लाइकोलिसिस के प्रोडक्ट्स बनते हैं फर्दर उनके मेटाबॉलिज्म से हमें एनर्जी मिलती है. इन्हीं 10 स्टेप रिएक्शंस में से ये 3 इंटरमीडिएट्स हैं. And all these three intermediates, these are particularly the monosaccharides, and these monosaccharides, all three are phosphorylated, and in phosphorylation, they are added with this particular group, that is PO3 2 negative, and because of negative charge, these particular intermediates, they cannot leave the cell because lipid bilayer cannot allow the charged particles to move in and out of the cell. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? Okay. Next thing that we have to discuss is sugar derivatives. The first one is sugar acids. Now, as we all know, these monosaccharides, let us take example of glucose. It consists of aldehyde group at carbon 1. Which group is present? Aldehyde group. And from C2 to C5, we have alcohol. So on oxidation of these, they can be converted into carboxylic acid. So when the oxidation at C1 occurs, oxidation at C1 occurs, it converts glucose into gluconic acid. And when the oxidation it occurs at C6, it is converted into glucuronic acid. Why this strange name? Because this acid particularly was first discovered, or this uronic acid, it was first discovered in urine. That is why its name is glucuronic acid. And when the oxidation that occurs at both carbon first and the carbon 6, then it is converted into saccharic acid. These things, these are present in our like graduation standard books, but this time the question was asked from our 12th class book, and the question was like, it consisted of various statements, and the statement was like, if a glucose molecule was converted into particularly the saccharic and gluconic acid, what it proves. Reaction बताऊं सबकी, तो जो CHO group था, this is directly converted into COH. This occurs at first position और बाकी का same था. Similarly, जो last का CH2OH group है वो convert हो रहा है COOH में, और जो बीच का same है. Presence of which functional group? Presence of primary alcoholic group. इन रिएक्शन से हमें क्या पता चल रहा है कि ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल कंसिस्ट ऑफ प्राइमरी अल्कोहलिक ग्रुप. HNO3 नाइट्रिक एसिड. हाँ जी, हो सकता है, माइल्ड है ये भी. K2Cr2O7 भी हो सकते हैं. Next type of derivative that we have is like reaction with iodine. Saccharic acid is produced when the oxidation occurs at carbon 1 and carbon 6 both. Means the glucose will consist of this type of structure. When glucose molecule is heated in presence of HI, then it forms N-hexane. Now join the hydrogens. This is N-hexane. And what this reaction proves is that all the 6 carbon atoms, they are present in a straight chain. And true for all times. Is this statement true for all times? Yes, right. It is not true for all times because less than 1% glucose straight chain में present होता है. Next reaction that we have is hydroxylamine. I was not speaking now. So I was saying the third reaction is reaction of glucose with hydroxylamine. If you remember, the chemical properties of glucose are am I audible now? So the third reaction was reaction with hydroxylamine, and in the chemical properties of aldehydes, we have seen that on reaction of an aldehyde group with hydroxylamine, it forms oxime. So if glucose molecules forms glucose oxime, glucose, then it reveals that glucose consists of aldehydic group. Is it fine? The reaction is, am I audible? This is hydroxylamine. So this reaction confirms the presence of aldehydic group. Is it clear? Now, in the fourth reaction, we have to distinguish that aldehyde and alcohols group, they are like differently present. So on oxidation of an like particular aldehyde or an alcohol with strong oxidizing agent, both aldehyde and alcohol, they will form carboxylic acid. On reaction with mild oxidizing agent or with weak oxidizing agent, only aldehydes are capable of forming carboxylic acid. So for mild oxidizing agent, we use bromine water. For we can presence of sulfuric acid. Is that clear? Now there was another reaction that confirmed the presence of number of hydroxyl groups. Like how many hydroxyl groups? Am I audible now? So the last reaction was distinction of aldehydes and alcohols using mild and strong oxidizing agents. I said aldehydes and alcohols on reaction with strong oxidizing agents, they both get converted into carboxylic acid. Is this thing clear? Is this statement clear here? So the chemical which converts glucose into saccharic acid, that is particularly the strong oxidizing agent, and उससे हम aldehyde और aldehydes में distinguish नहीं कर पाएंगे क्योंकि वो तो दोनों ही ग्रुप्स को किसमें कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं. तो then we have another thing that only aldehydes in presence of weak or mild oxidizing agent, only they are converted into carboxylic acids. Is this thing clear now? So using mild oxidizing agent, we can distinguish between the different functional groups that get converted in a particular reaction. Is it fine? K2Cr2O7 and H2SO4, combination of these two. And in mild, we take bromine water. Is it clear? Now, with these all reactions, we know glucose consists of aldehyde as well as alcohol. Now, there was another reaction, Br2 in H2. Don't go this much deep in like chemistry. Now we have another reaction that confirmed the presence of 5 hydroxyl groups. That was acetylation of glucose with acetic anhydride, and it gave glucose pentaacetate, मीन्स ये पर्टिकुलर केमिकल सिर्फ हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप के साथ ही रिएक्ट करेगा और जितने भी हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप होंगे उन सबको एसिटेट फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर देगा. एंड आफ्टर रिएक्शन वी सो द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ पेंटाएसिटेट. सो इट कंफर्म द प्रेजेंस ऑफ. Is it fine? Okay, I'm repeating again. When the acetylation of glucose is done with acetic anhydride, this particular chemical, it reacts with only hydroxyl groups. So the number of acetate formed will be equal to the number of hydroxyl group present in the reactant. So it confirmed the presence of hydroxyl groups when we saw the product glucose. This is the structure of glucose pentacetate. Another sugar derivatives that we have are sugar alcohols and another is amino sugars. Okay. Somebody said me to repeat. See, Tamanna, there is a thing. This alcohol, it will react with particular chemical A to form something like, say, this structure. And this is capable of doing with only alcohol. In the product, we saw this type of 5 structures. So what does this reaction prove? इस रिएक्शन ने ये प्रूव किया कि इस पर्टिकुलर केमिकल के पास 5 अल्कोहल एज हाइड्रोक्सिल प्रेजेंट है. दिस वाज द पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन. Is it clear now? Okay, fine. In case of sugar alcohols, these are the like derivatives when formed by the particular reduction reactions, and the like chemicals that are involved are NaBH4. एंड ये केमिकल्स याद रखने की सच कोई जरूरत नहीं है. जस्ट रिमेंबर कि acids are formed on oxidation and alcohols are formed on reduction, and their examples are mannitol, sorbitol, ribitol. No need to remember structures too. Similarly, in amino sugars, there are particularly 2 important amino sugar derivatives that is not like mild reducing reagent. We have to use the mild reducing reagent. We have 2 important amino sugar derivatives that are D-glucosamine and another is D-galactosamine. Wait for a minute. I'm coming in 2 minutes. Am I audible now? Okay, I was saying these are the two important amino sugar derivatives that are D-glucosamine and D-galactosamine, and they consist of amino group instead of hydroxyl group at C2 position. Means जो ग्लूकोज का स्ट्रक्चर था उसमें C2 कार्बन पे OH की जगह पर NH2 प्रेजेंट है. So I'm drawing the structure here. This is C2. Okay, I'm repeating it. This is C2, and in case of the glucosamine at C2 position instead of hydroxyl, amine group is present. Which form is this, alpha or beta? Okay, fine. And glucose और galactose में क्या difference है? अगर मैं glucose बनाऊं तो glucose में this is C2, this is 3 and this is 4. At fourth carbon OH is downside or below the plane. What about galactose? Galactose, glucose और galactose क्या थे? They are C4 anomers. Means in case of galactose similar structure होगा, but fourth position पे this will be above the. Am I audible now? Okay, this is the last thing that I'm discussing. These are two amino sugar derivatives. When this NH2 group is present at C2 carbon in place of OH, then this forms D-glucosamine, and if OH is represented above the plane, and similarly in case of galactose, glucose and galactose are C4 epimers. The rest of the structure remains same. Instead of this hydroxyl below the plane, in case of galactose, this hydroxyl will be above. Just remember these names. These are very important, like amino sugar derivatives present in oligosaccharide and polysaccharide forms, and these are present in the exoskeleton insect. Am I audible now? Okay, we will continue further from in like tomorrow. This was अभी अगर yes, both amino acid derivatives are present. Yes, Ashu. Basically, these are the components of chitin. And forms the there. Thank you all. See the difference between glucose and galactose is that जो हमने जब कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स की फर्स्ट क्लास ली थी उसी में मैंने बताया था these two are C4 epimers means पूरा स्ट्रक्चर सेम है बट वो सिर्फ कार्बन 4 पे हाइड्रोक्सिल की पोजीशन पर डिफरेंस है जब हम उनका हवर्थ प्रोजेक्शन बना रहे हैं जो कि पायरेनोज फॉर्म में है एट फोर्थ कार्बन दिस इज द फोर्थ कार्बन this hydroxyl below the plane in case of glucose, while in case of galactose, if I consider this fourth carbon, then this hydroxyl is above the plane. This is the difference between glucose and galactose. Okay, are there any doubts? In next class we will be discussing about like disaccharide, so I'll request you to see the structures of glucose, both alpha and beta form, galactose, both alpha beta form, fructose, similarly both alpha beta forms, and just try to remember the structure of these three. Rest we will see in the next class. That's all for today.